Hi everyone, this is Jean from Jean's Gems, and welcome back. I've been MIA for a little bit because I've had a terrible cold and cough. The weather keeps going up and down here, so you never know whether to put your window up or put your window down, and we've had off and on colds and allergies for the last month probably. But I wanted to share with you a little haul and a couple projects that I'm working on. We took a trip yesterday, and I hadn't been out for a while, so it was really nice, to what I call the $1.25 tree now. So the first thing I picked up, I don't have very many napkins, paper napkins, so I picked up these flamingos, which are so adorable, and then I picked up these leaves, which are really nice. They will be very versatile in covering things. So I have plans for covering some journaling pages, maybe some journal covers with these, and of course be back when I do that and show you how. So that's the first thing I got. The next thing I picked up was a little treat for myself, which is called Bourbon Vanilla. It's Jim Beam coffee, and it's a 4 ounces, so there's not a whole lot in it, but it's good for a couple pots. I thought these would make really nice gifts. Maybe buy a little bourbon bottle from one of the little sample bottles you get at the liquor store, and then wrap it, and it would be a really cute little gift for someone. So I got that. I had mainly gone for glue, and they didn't have any PVA glue, and I had watched another video where they mentioned having beacon glue at the $1.25 store, and I haven't seen it yet. I saw yesterday some beacon spray, but I didn't want any spray glue because I knew that would just like make a terrible mess on my desk. It's a small area anyway. So then I picked up in the craft section, they call these Floral Garden. They're burlap trim. It also mentions jute. So you may find that when you take these out or use them, they're not quite as thick as burlap, but they're really pretty. There are 3 different designs here, and I just picked up 2 packages. They're great for journaling, great for gift tags, gift wrapping. You can use them for your flower pots if you want to do that. So there's a lot of interesting things you can do with this little burlap trim. And it's a yard. It's 0.4 inches wide. So I don't know. Oh, okay, each tiny piece, I see. So yeah, nice little trim for your projects. I also picked up these little laser cut craft pieces. I love hearts, as everyone knows, so I picked out the 2 packages that had hearts on them, and they're really nice. You can paint these a different color, use them on your band for your journal closure. You can use them for a focal point. You can use them for a lot of things. They're really pretty. They're not quite as thicker than cardboard, but they are a little bit sturdier. So they'll be fun to use. I took them out of the package, but they're actually called laser cut craft icons. And they were also in the floral. No, they were in the sticker section. So if you want to pick up any of those. I also picked up this little bottle. It's a little bit bigger than what I wanted. I wanted to make some PVA glue and water mixture, like a soupy mixture that I can use instead of gel medium, just to try it out. One of my favorite crafters is from Treasure Books, and she uses a PVA and water wash on a lot of her projects. I have gel medium, I have a lot of it, but I want to try this and see how it goes. So I got I got 2 of those bottles. Next, I picked up these. I thought they were unusual, but very pretty. They're actually called Metal Ribbon, and they are from the floral section. And there are 3 different designs that I got. This filigreed one's really pretty. Well, I guess you could call them all filigreed, but they are kind of heavy. So if you're going to adhere them, you're going to have to use probably a sturdier glue, like I think it's called E6000. It's more of a glue that's good for this type of thing, but I thought these would make nice book plates and maybe closures. I'd have to work with it a little bit to see how I want to use them, but I will mention, I mean, they're very bendable, but they're also sharp. So if you do decide to use them in your projects, I would either cover the edges with maybe some washi tape, or you can sand them down. I picked up a pack of nail files. I think everybody should have nail files in their craft stash, because you can use these to file down little rough edges like this. You can use them for distressing. I use the Tim Holtz tool, but if you don't have that, they're perfect for distressing. You can get larger packs than this. I just like these because they were pink and the flowers. But yes, I would definitely recommend that if you do pick this up, it'll be fun to see how we can use it, but we want to make sure that whatever we make is safe for others to look at. If you're going to sell your projects, you know, just make sure you take those precautions. So those are 3 of those that I got, so I'm excited about those. I also picked up some sketch pads. I really like these because they are nice light paper. They're perfect for inking projects. And I had originally purchased some of these from what we call the Dollar General here, and it was $6.50 for a pad, I believe, of 120 pages, which I thought was outrageous. But I loved the paper so much, so I bought 2 of these, which will be 128 pages for $2.50, $1.25 each. So I was excited about that. The last thing I wanted to show you, things keep falling off my desk because it's so small, but this is called, it's in the floral section, mesh ribbon. And there's 9 feet or 3 yards, and it's this really cool skeleton-like mesh that will look so perfect on journal pages or covers or whatever you want. I like to make tags often, so they would look great on the back of the tag. I got 2 rolls of the white. I think that's all they had, but I like the white because I know you'll be able to paint this. You can use watercolor paint and just, you know, make it a really light color, or you could use Dilution spray ink, which is something I use a lot to get color onto things. So there are those couple things. I'll just tie this back up so it doesn't ravel all the way all around. There we go. The last thing I think that I picked up at the $1.25 store was a bottle of glitter nail polish. And the reason why I got this is because I watched a video where someone had made fabric beads or paper beads, and they sealed them with the glitter, and it makes them really nice. I like that idea because I don't want these to get smashed or collapsed. So I'm gonna seal them. And then I have some real pretty bead caps that I think that would go down over these really pretty. And then maybe a torn fabric tassel with some lace and things coming out the other end. So I think that those would be really pretty. These are just little offcuts of this fabric you see down here. This was a fabric that I bought in one of my first Temu hauls. I was really excited about using the fabric, but haven't until the last couple days. And I was watching a video where you repurpose different household items or things that you would normally throw out. This is the box of I think cortisone cream. So this one came out really pretty. I love this outside color. The inside's a different color, but it still looks really nice. So I have that one that I made first, and then I went searching for more boxes. This was one I made, and I was trying to use up some of the scrap material, but I was thinking, you know, you could either use, I just have this on hand right now, which looks cute right on there to cover up that edge, or you could actually use a piece here and a piece down here of something maybe wider, and then use that for your closure when you're finished with your book and putting your signatures in. So that's another one I made. This one is one of my favorites too, because I love this peachy pink color fabric, and I love that it has just the little touch of gold in it. But what this one was a makeup compact, the box it came out of, and I just folded it over, and you can see maybe some of the ridges here. So I think with this one, I'm probably going to put like a front page and a back page here. But just so you can see how nice these turned out with this fabric. This fabric is 100% cotton, so it's perfect for quilting or other little, if you wanted to make some little bags with it, or little, when I was a kid, we used to make little things for our dollhouse. So you could do anything you wanted with those. Now these are some tiny ones I use with the same fabric, just a different color. I got these from one of my Temu hauls where I had gotten little boxes with some stickers in them. So I thought these were really cute, and I made these, and they'll make cute little journals, you know, just like little memory journals, or you can put your quotes in or whatever you want to do with that. So that's what I've been doing with my fabric. This fabric, I think I saw this on Temu today, you get 5 pieces in each package that are 12 by 8, and they are, and you get like, I think 5 packages. So you're looking at $2 for these squares. I mean, you can't even buy, if you go to Joann's or a place like that to buy a fat quarter, you're paying a lot more than that for, these aren't as big as a fat quarter, but they'll definitely do what you need for covers and things like that. We also stopped by Micheals really quick because I wanted to try this beacon glue. The difference between beacon glue and some of the other glues that I've used before is this one has acetone. So because it has acetone, it does not warp the paper. So that's why I wanted this one. It was a little expensive, I think around $8, but if you have a coupon, that's, a great buy if you're going in just for that. Sometimes what I do is I buy one thing with the coupon, and then I have whoever's with me buy another thing with the coupon, and that way we get, a good price. These I picked up, they're just Elmer's school glue, and then this Elmer's PVA glue is what I'm going to use in these to make the gel medium. And then also I got these little bottles, which I thought were cute. I could make my own glue with the Elmer's glue and just have a smaller container. They have a fine tip. These were $3.99. They're by Recollections from Micheals. I was looking for a ruler, and I found a really nice plastic one at the $1.25 Tree, but I couldn't find a metal one, and I needed a metal one because sometimes when you cut along the edge of a plastic one, you'll cut into the ruler itself, and then you don't get a straight edge, and it ruins the ruler. So that's one of the things that I got. Definitely worth $1.25. I did find a small metal one at Micheals, and this one is only 6 inches, but I like it because it's wide, and I can put my fingers over here when I'm using my utility knife or when I'm using my X-Acto knife, and I'm not gonna cut myself. Believe me, I've done that many times. And it also has these cute little templates. So I was thinking about this. If you put it on your paper and you mark, the square or the circle or something, and then you need to go back and measure again, you can put that circle right over your mark so that you're in the same place you were before. So that's a neat idea. I really like this. It was only $3, so that was the cheapest one we could find. I think the ones we looked at were between $8 and $9, so that was more than I wanted to pay for a ruler. This last little thing I have is this is if you have one of the tape dispensers that you set on your desk, you can buy packages of Scotch tape, and they come in a little box. So I use that little box to do something kind of like these fabric covered journal covers. This one, I really liked this paper, so I wanted to use it, and I had a large enough piece to use it. It was a little bit tricky around the corners because it was stretching it using the paper because of the size. And corners are really hard to miter. I don't do that very well at all. But what I did with this so that I knew that the cover would stay down, after I glued it, I covered it with washi tape so that I could keep all the edges down, because as you cut the box open, you're going to have the little flaps, and you turn those down so that it reinforces your book. So that's what I did with this. Now, as you can see, some of this has warped a little bit. I need to add a little bit more glue in there. But once you put your signatures in, you probably won't notice. I did ink the edges a little bit to see if that would help disguise the corners. But honestly, I think when I use this one, I'm going to cover it with something like this, so that way you don't see the corners and how they're a little bit doubled over. So that's one of the challenges that you have even with the fabric ones, mitering the corners because they get a little bit bulky. But I think overall they turned out really nice and even. I used a lot of glue to make sure they would stay down, and I used my bone folder to, you know, fold in. My bone folder has glue on it, sorry. To fold this in, you know, and smooth it down. So once I put some more glue in there, I'll just smooth it down and then let it dry. So these I did probably 2 or 3 days ago. So they've been dried. They're ready to go whenever I want to put the signatures in them. So that's all that I have for my small little haul. I hope I didn't talk too much. I tried not to make the video too long, but I do have an upcoming video, which is another Temu haul. It's quite a large one. I need to check out the prices and things for you this time and make it a little more accurate, but I really have enjoyed watching some of the girls do their videos and show how we can use things that we would normally throw away in our projects. Everything is getting so expensive, even our daily necessities. So we can't always spend as much money as we want on craft supplies. So when you can come up with an alternative way to make your gel medium or your modeling paste or glue, and then, you know, even things for covers, or shopping at the $1.25 store, the clearance racks, that's how we increase the amount of supplies we have in our craft room. But in addition to that, we're not spending outside of our budget. So I think that that's one of the greatest things about Temu. You do have to be selective there, of course, because you can get a little carried away. But that has been a wonderful thing to stock up on a lot of products that are inexpensive. So I'll be back with that later. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.